Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day. Turn that down a little. It is May 2nd, 2013, 12:22:23 p.m. 12:23 p.m. It is sun shining outside. It's beautiful up here in Northeast Ohio, huh, Joey? All right. I am now on. I am now reading Matthew 17 from the Amplified Bible. And 6 days after this, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John his brother, and led them up on a high mountain by themselves. And his appearance underwent a change in their presence, and his face shone clear and bright like the sun, and his clothing became as white as light. And behold, there appeared to them Moses and Elijah, who kept talking with him. 4. Then Peter began to speak and said to Jesus, Lord, it is good and delightful that we are here. If you approve, I will put up 3 booths here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was still speaking, behold, a shining cloud composed of light overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, This is my son, my beloved, with whom I am, and have always been delighted. Listen to him. While Peter was still speaking, a shining cloud composed of light overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, A voice from the cloud. A voice from the cloud. Joey, please keep it down. A voice from the cloud said, This is my son, my beloved, with whom I am and have always been delighted. Listen to him. When the disciples heard it, they fell on their faces and were seized with alarm and struck with fear. How would you feel? What would you? I would be. Man, when I was in the car on Tuesday, and I said that, or I thought that, I'm gonna have to ask Jeff about that. And I heard, why do you always second guess what I say? Oh my goodness, I felt I felt on my face. Not literally, obviously. But it was, the alarm and the fear that it was like, oh my, I am so sorry. And the overwhelming fear that I didn't want to listen to. No matter how many times he outright spoke to me, I was not listening to him. I always wanted to get, because just that morning I did the same thing. I had asked Jeff something else and wanting to get confirmation about what I had received, and I was going to do it again that night, and God had enough. He was like, why do you keep second guessing me? What I tell you to do, or what I tell you? 7. But Jesus came and touched them and said, get up and do not be afraid. And when they raised their eyes, they saw no one but Jesus only. 9. And as they were going down the mountain, Jesus cautioned and commanded them, do not mention to anyone what you have seen until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead. I wanted that little pause in there to have you think for a second. He didn't want nobody to know what they had seen until after he was already raised from the dead, so that it would be a testimony later, and it would be more important later. What you laughing at, bitch? What you laughing at? Turn around. 10. The disciples asked him, then why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? 11. He replied, Elijah does come and will get everything restored and ready. He replied, Elijah does come and will get everything restored and ready. 12. But I tell you that Elijah has come already. Do you remember? Do you remember who Elijah was? And they did not know or recognize him. Joseph Douglas, turn that down now. You know I do not, you can watch the videos, but you know I do not like that language that is on there. You are too young to be listening to that type of language. The videos are fine, but you are not to listen to that language, and you know it, right? Well, I am recording. The people out there don't want to listen to that language either. You want to come here and apologize to them? Sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes the videos he watches for the games that he plays, he watches them and then he plays the video games, and he can, once he watches how certain moves and that, he can go and play the game and go right through it. He's a visual. If he sees it done, he can go and do it. So I don't mind him watching the videos, but there's a lot of bad language that comes with the videos, so I make him turn the sound off. To most of them. Not all of them. A lot of them have okay language, so I let him listen to some of them. That one had just skipped on to the next video, and it, with me over here, I just heard it because it was so I apologize. 12. But I tell you that Elijah has come already, and they did not know or recognize him, but did to him as they liked. So also the Son of Man is going to be treated and suffer at their hands. Okay, so the disciples asked him, then why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? Well, Elijah has already came first. He came first and got ready everything. He got restored it. He started baptizing people with water. He got everybody ready for the Son of Man to return or to come. So Elijah has already came and they killed him. John the Baptist was Elijah, who comes before. There is someone out there who is better than me, who comes before me, who comes after me, who is higher than me and before me, and who is mightier than me, and I am not fit to hold the sandals of he. John the Baptist. He was Elijah. And I love it every time I get to talk about it, because it was a breakthrough for me to get to understand who Elijah was. It was like one of the first, oh my goodness, it's right there and nobody even realizes it. You know? So, 13. Then the disciples understood that he spoke to them about John the Baptist. 14. And when they approached the multitude, a man came up to him, kneeling before him and saying, Lord, do pity and have mercy on my son, for he has epilepsy, is moonstruck, and he suffers terribly. For frequently he falls into the fire and many times into the water. And I brought him to your disciples, and they were not able to cure him. Epilepsy is what we call seizures now. 17. Well, we know it wasn't even that back then. He had a demon, so. And Jesus answered, O you unbelieving, warped, wayward, rebellious, and thoroughly perverse generation, how long am I to remain with you? How long am I to bear with you? Bring him here to me. He's talking to everybody there, even the disciples. You know that, right? You understand that, right? He's especially talking to the disciples. Oh, you unbelieving, perverse generation. But unbelieving, meaning, warped, wayward, not on the right path, stepping off of the path, even the slightest bit, slightly going off the path. Or, you rebellious generation. How long am I to remain with you? Go get me Nothing. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll get it for you, okay? Hang on, buddy. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. You forgot to remind me. You just ain't not. You're not dying. Hang on. Oh boy. How long am I to remain with you? How long am I to How long am I to bear with you? Bring him to me. 18. And Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and the boy was cured instantly. Then the disciples came to Jesus and asked him privately, why could we not drive it out? 20. And he said to them, because of the littleness, the littleness of your faith. That is, your lack of firmly relying trust. Your lack of firmly relying trust. For I say to you, if you have faith that is living like a grain of mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to yonder place, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible to you. Amen. 21. But this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. When they were going about here and there in Galilee, Jesus said to them, the Son of Man is going to be turned over into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised to life again on the third day. And they were deeply and exceedingly grieved and distressed. 24. When they arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of half shekel, the temple tax, went up to Peter and said, does not your teacher pay the half shekel? 25. He answered, yes. And when he came home, Jesus spoke to him about it first, saying, what do you think, Simon? From whom do earthly rulers collect duties or tributes? From their own sons, or from others, not of their own family? When they arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of the half... You will wait and stop. That is disrespectful. I am recording. Now that is enough. That's disrespectful, boy. 24. When they arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of the half shekel, the temple tax, went up to Peter and said, does not your teacher pay the half shekel? He answered, yes. And when he came home, Jesus spoke to him about it, saying, what do you think, Simon? From whom do earthly rulers collect duties or tributes? From their own sons or from others, not of their family? And when Peter said from other people, not of their own family, Jesus said to him, then the sons are exempt. 27, the last verse of chapter 17. However, in order not to give offense and cause them to stumble, that is, to cause them to judge unfavorably and unjustly, go down to the sea and throw in a hook. Take the first fish that comes up, and when you open its mouth, you will find there a shekel. Take it and give it to them to pay the temple tax for me and for yourself. And that concludes Matthew chapter 17 for now. I might add on to it. Maybe. Alright, my brothers and sisters, peace be in you. May God bless you. I love you guys.